The Washington Commanders' tough season continues as they had to play the Chiefs without their starting quarterback, Jayden Daniels, and they had opportunities, but interceptions and bad plays led them to another big loss this season. Yeah, this game for the Commanders was definitely a tough one, and I think, let's just be honest, this game was lost toward the second half of Cowboys-Commanders when Jayden Daniels went out with the injury and he was not able to go in this game. I don't think Mariota was terrible. To the end, he started throwing some interceptions for sure, but I think that early in the game, they kind of had a solid strategy, but again, everything fell apart for them. Once Deebo Samuel had a little screen on the 20-yard line and just dropped it into the Chiefs' hands. You can't make mistakes like that when you're the underdog. You specifically can't make mistakes like that with a backup going against Patrick Mahomes, and that's what happened in this game. I feel like offensively, we saw at least Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin were back. We saw some positive things, specifically from Terry. He got a touchdown toward the hash line of the end zone where Mariota throws up a complete pop fly, but it got there. That's all it can do. And he ended up with a touchdown. Terry was out there making some plays, including that deep catch where he was able to get the knee in bounds. And they kept getting to like the 40-yard line, right? Like they kept driving down the field, getting the ball to the 40 and not able to fully capitalize and finish off those drives. And the Chiefs, that's what they did. There was a bend, don't break off defensive approach. And I don't even know if that was the process. This is what ended up happening. But every time they got to the 40, that's when you need to actually go out there and make plays. And Marcus Mariota, he has some speed, right? He has some accuracy, but he's not able to make those big plays. That's why he's on, I think this is his fourth team now. Falcons, Eagles, Titans, Commanders, at least his fourth team. Maybe there's one in there that I'm missing. But this is why he's been a backup for most of his career. And it's just tough, right? Like the whole team is based around Jayden Daniels being spectacular and Cliff Kingsbury being able to call these plays to make them spectacular. And you would think at some point, Dan Quinn, as a defensive head coach, drawing up some defense. Well, the defense so far this year, not been great, and we didn't expect much from them going up against Mahomes. They actually managed to stop him early, but you wonder how much of that were them stops. I mean, one was just Kelsey dropping the ball straight to Bobby Wagner's hands, which he's done earlier this season, but not really a play where you made a play. The other one, you get Lattimore, and Lattimore did make an amazing play on a downfield pass where he picked it off right after, you had that Deebo interception that wasn't Mariota's fault at all, but goes down as a pick. But yeah, they just not good enough, obviously, without Jayden Daniels to beat a team of the Chiefs' caliber. And on top of that, I think that the play calling was good for them. But if you wanted to beat the Chiefs, I think they had to run the ball a little bit more. Only 9 called runs to Bill, 11 to running backs in general, and Mariota threw it 30 times, ran another 8. With Jayden, you might be able to get away with that against the Chiefs, but with Marcus Mariota, not going to happen. Something else that's obviously been happening this season, the Commanders are just old. So they're a team with a lot of older players, and you see Bobby Wagner kind of consistently getting caught in the open field and cooked out there. Again, he made the interception, but defensively, that's just been a weakness is team speed, and that's what happens when you sign all these veteran guys. I know 3 people on their defensive line have already been hurt so far this year, so a lot of injuries. And coming up for the Commanders, my God, I mean, you get the Seahawks, then the Lions, so it's not really gonna get any easier. And the season has just gone from bad to worse almost consistently. Now, they do say that he's in line, Jayden Daniels is, to return for Sunday. But even with that, now Terry McLaurin might be out Sunday somehow. So those two can never play in the same game. The Commanders just haven't had their whole offense. And right now with them as the 10th seed in the NFC, you just wonder, is there any chance with their schedule getting tougher, quarterback in and out, and defense just not very good, is there any chance for the Commanders to turn this thing around this season? And I'd have to say, I don't see it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.